Okay, so I tagged my stream as something that it wasn't, but that's fine. Hey, for anyone watching this stream, um, okay. Has anyone ever noticed, by the way, that sometimes Restream has issues with some of the options after you select it and you hit, save to save whatever option it is? It'll default back to whatever it was. So you see this and it says streaming res. Obviously, it's not the case. But anyway, so I spent the last couple hours digging through the documentation for Cluster, that social world that I was looking at yesterday and I think the day before. I really like it. I think it's for me it's like a cross between Mozilla Hubs and AltSpace in the sense that you have there's kind of like limitations in terms of creation where things have to be lower poly for the sake of accessibility. Um, in the case of Cluster, you have Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, um, different ways for folks to get into this, which is not the case with some of the other ones. So that's a feature that stands out on its own. Again, the UI, the ease of use there is great. Um, the fact that you can use avatars that are VRM models and have customization there is great. Let me just switch to the screen over here. And another thing they have, which I think is really cool, is that you can hold events and you can charge, sell tickets for the events, which I think is something that AltSpace rolled out recently, the ability to um, do ticketing or something like that. But I have a feeling that it's there's probably a good implementation here from what I'm seeing. Now, I'm still pretty new at this. I mean, I've gone through and obviously um, done the best I could to follow the documentation. Um, all of it's in Japanese. Google Translate works pretty well. There's still some things you have to kind of figure out um, on your own, but there's some features of the package that you have to download that I still don't quite understand how to set up. So, for example, um, this is kind of like the display screen that you would have, um, and in Cluster you can set it up so folks can share images to this display screen. So you can kind of have the ability where everyone can push something to the screen, or just the people who are like hosting the room, I think. Um, but what I want to figure out is how do you have a live video feed in here? Do I have to set up um, a Unity plugin to like send a video texture through here? I've looked at that option, but I don't know if that's something I have to go into. And if it is, I'm fine doing it, right? But if I can save a couple bucks from the asset store, that'd be great too. If it's a built-in feature, I haven't quite figured out what it is. The only one I see is like uploading a video file and having that play on the screen. Um, that's another feature that I really like, is you can have a sort of like your local library of assets, whether they're images, PDFs, videos. And while Hubs does make it easy for you to sort of import things on the fly, I think it's kind of nice to have your own personal library. Now it'd be incredible if like there was even more crossover where you could just kind of like you can in Hubs drop in like some Giphy um, GIFs or some Sketchfab assets on the fly. I can't see why they wouldn't allow people to do that. Maybe, um, but but yeah, another great feature again is the fact that you can have so many people in here, um, and I think part of that lends itself to the the fact that when most people come in, they're going to use that sort of default avatar, and that allows you to kind of um, save like processing power so that you're not no one's lagging out in that case unless you have got like maybe 30 people in there or something. And then the main performers could have the avatars and the custom avatars in that sense. But you can still upload VRM models, which I think is cool. My personal goal is to have. Oh wait, looks like someone actually dropped a comment in here. Or no, that's just the preset. Okay, so my personal goal is to have an avatar, the lowest common denominator avatar. So I want to have an avatar that I can use in Mozilla Hubs, and then one that I can also use in VR chat, desktop, VR, and Quest compatible. And then I want to be able to use it in Cluster and whatever other world that allows you to import a custom avatar. I want to have something that is the same throughout all of them. Now, obviously, on the back end, the avatar will have to be rigged differently depending on each world, but I at least want some parity between the different platforms. So that's going to be a project to find the lowest common denominator in terms of what their specs are. What's the lowest amount of polys? How many bones can you have? What things can and can't you do with the avatars? And I'll probably make a document that kind of shows those workflows and how they feed into the final creation of an avatar. And what else? And then obviously, creating like a little world here. This is super basic. This is just kind of one of the demo scenes they give you, and I added like a green screen area and these clouds, and I put in Danny Bittman's skybox here, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what the quirks are for this platform, because it does seem like there are some things you have to do to kind of squeeze as much processing as you can out of this to fully optimize it. That being said, I just saw this world that looks incredible. I want to check it out. This one here, and that's what this whole stream is going to be dedicated to. This looks insane. The fact that I'm like, doing this kind of thing here is this gives me hope for what's possible. Now, I don't think we'll see. I don't want to downplay myself, but it just looks so stylized and so cool, and I'm excited. So let's launch this real quick. Okay. And if anyone wants like an English tutorial video of this, let me know and I'll make one just for the basics of how to get going with this. So this is the basic avatar you have here. Oh, and the other thing is you can play this in desktop mode if I didn't say that already, so that's a great feature. But you have your basic kind of little robot avatar, and then you can add in VRM models. That being said, they have to be like low spec VRM models. You can't have the same ones that you would use in virtual cast or the ones that you'd probably bring into VR chat and do the conversion there. They have to be like super low spec, because you might be using them in the Android or iOS version of this, so it kind of has to work on everything. But there are some out there that you can find on the different asset stores. The thing is, I don't know if this is a glitch, but when I click on this standard avatar, it will default me back to the one that I imported. So I don't really know what to do about that, and I can't seem to find a way to like switch it. So, oh wait, okay, there it goes. Let's see if this works. Okay. No, see, it defaulted me back to this avatar. But anyway, again, I like the simplicity of this starting area. Let's see if I can get the music going here. audio routing is always always. But yeah, I like the simplicity of it because you load in really fast. It's like a private area. It gives you some breathing room before you go into like a virtual space with a lot of people in it. And it's, it's not really a house or anything. I guess I don't know if they let you customize it. That would be nice, but I don't think it's necessary. You're only in here for a couple seconds. Okay, so I got the audio there. Yeah, I've got it through my headphones. Let's see if I can route it to the stream. I have a feeling if we're visiting a rave that this is going to have pretty great audio. You guys see that? Oh, okay. Let's output it to... Wow, it's so strange doing Steam and the Quest together because there's like 2 layers of menus that you have to kind of go through. Um, okay, did that do anything? No. I think so. Okay, let's try one more thing here. And apologies. Oh, I think that was. Apologies for not having everything set up beforehand. Not the. If you wanted a professional stream, this is not it. Audio output device. Okay. I can't hear anything. Okay, well, tell you what, I'm just gonna route the audio to the desktop, and then I'll just have to blast the audio. Okay, well, let's get in there, and then I'll try to do this once we're in there. Calibrate. Oop, not what I want. So again, whoops. I wish there was a way to change the avatar after the fact, after you've loaded, but there isn't. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, let's just go in. Wow. So yeah, so again, this super impressed me. Exiting room because server was disconnected. Huh. What does that mean? Never seen that message. Let's try that again. But let me try to get the audio going. Again, you can see here, I'll try to press the other avatar. Hit OK. And I get this one again. Speakers. I at least want to hear the audio so I can. No, I'm not getting anything. Manual, default. Oh wait, it's in. Okay, well. This is a real shame because I feel like there must be some really great music playing. Looks like it, right? Let me exit voice meter, see if that makes a difference. Audio routing is not my specialty. You can't tell. Maybe I can just. No. Hmm. Now I'm not even. Okay, there we go. Making sure. Well, anyway. Yeah. Doing this without audio. Well, whatever. Let's just get in here. Mess around with it later. So anyway, this is a really impressive world that someone's made for Cluster. You've got these kind of NPCs that just kind of walk around this main area. Whoa, I didn't know you could jump off this ledge. See what happens if I jump off. Wow, okay. So it looks like you can actually you can walk around on these beams here. Okay. what about that down there? Yes, I don't know how to get out. Now that I'm in here, I'm stuck. Should have known. Okay, let's try to reload this, because I'm still really upset about that music. Because now I can't even hear it out of my headphones. Input device. Okay. Anyway, um, so I love the design of these characters. The thing is, they're also and funny. You can throw them, and I guess once they hit the collider down there, they just respawn up here. Whoa. Guy always lands on his feet, apparently. Never mind. This is really neat character design. Like really colorful, kind of basic, but a lot of character. I love how bold it is. People. Doesn't say anything. People. I think this is a cool way to. Oh, I didn't realize this is actually like a conveyor belt. Or is that just? Oh, I think that's just the texture. So when you're moving against the grain, the texture looks like. It looks like it's moving the opposite direction. And then these lines here, these animated things, kind of give that impression also that it's that things are. Let's see what else we have. Got these like laser beams going on. I want to go over there. This is not really what I expected to find in on this platform, because it seemed like there was limitations on what you could create. But obviously this is like an 82 megabyte world. Um, there's limitations on real-time lighting. I think you can only have like 3 real-time lights, and everything else has to be baked. Um, I don't think you can do particles. I tried importing like a basic particle system for fire, and it wouldn't let me upload. they have the ability to, obviously, you can use Unity and make grabbable objects. You can also make objects that are movable, but not grabbable. So like this ball here, which just appeared. They also have a prefab you can download or you can add where the object is persistent for everyone. So, if you wanted to grab something that gave you, I guess, an instance of it when you grabbed it, while everyone else still has the option to also grab it, you could do that. Or you could have one object that everyone sees. Like this really aggressive dance style. Hey, what's up? Of course, I can't even hear this person if I wanted to because my audio is not working. Whoa. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let me fix this. Oh, no. This person's causing a ruckus in here. I didn't really think about how much fun it would be just because these are just basic cube primitives. But I didn't realize how much fun it could be to have basic primitives and allow people to create, like structures or whatever, like a toy box, right? While all this other stuff is going on. This is really simple, but fun, They've got the bloom going, and you can do Unity post processing with this package here. And then here's the screen. So for example, if I wanted to take a picture, take a selfie. Wish I could switch avatars, but whatever. Go with this. Okay. So then I can pop this image into the screen. It should show up right there. I love that. So obviously, with Western audiences, probably even with Japanese audiences, but I think more so with Western audiences, this feature would get abused all the time in a public world, just because there's like a lot more immaturity, I think, unfortunately. But it's fun, it's useful. It's a fun feature to have for teaching, or think about, I don't know if it's possible, but what if you had like again, this would be prone to being abused by trolls and stuff like that, but a feature where you could use a hashtag and the image would pop up on here. That'd be a really nice way to get like an interactive image wall going. Of course, you have the chat. There's also a Twitter feature, which is new. I'm not sure what that does. Maybe it sends it to the person to their Twitter. Let's try it out. Or maybe it sends it to my Twitter, my timeline. Okay, so yeah, it sent it to my timeline. I mean, that's kind of useful, if you wanted to share the world that you're in. I kind of like that. what I really would like to see at some point is like emotes in here. Also, I don't know why, but I can't switch to um, Japanese. It defaulted me to like an American alphabet here, English alphabet, but I'd love to have the option to do both. I can practice a little bit. Oh, okay, so I don't think I can grab this one like I did the other one. It highlights, but grab it. This one I can. I'm not exactly sure what the issue is with the shader that's like the highlight shader on here. Um, like on some objects, it's not as weird looking. On this one in particular, it looks fine, right? But on that elephant, really broke. I didn't really see a feature that you could toggle to just turn off the highlight shader. I guess you need that, but I'm sure if you knew what you're doing in Unity, you could probably work that out. I don't think you can change. You can add like any like custom like scripts. That's one thing that I don't think you can do with this platform. I could be wrong. It's just I think in the documentation it said like no C# scripts. I just want to get up to that platform. Does that even go anywhere? Wow, it's really hard because the colliders on this keep making it so things just bounce out of the way. What else do we have here? I mean, obviously this isn't going to be like most of the VR chat, rave worlds, club worlds, or anything like that. But I think for people who understand optimization and know how to get the most out of, squeeze the most resources out of their assets, I think you could really do something cool in this platform. We're going to try to go up. Oh, shoot. See if I can shortcut. I'm curious also if this creator has like a VR chat world or something. I'm sure they do, but so looks like this continues going there, here. I think one thing I also noticed in the package is you can change the player speed. I don't remember if that's like per world or per avatar? Bloom is out of control. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Very curious what this page cube is for. I feel like it has. There's got to be a reason for that. Okay. Let's see. I really want to try to make it to. Oops. Um, Whatever that glowing box is over there. Whoa. There he goes. See what happens when he hits. Just clipped right through it. Yeah, I mean, this is like a neat level design as far as it goes. It's when you take a look at it for what it is. It's just oh, it needs back. Um, it's just like a bunch of repeated assets. You've got these panels here that repeat everywhere. You've got these boxes. You've got those little characters, um, triangle pieces. This kind of like cylindrical environment we're in with sort of texture, like a metal texture. And then animated material or shader that's like reused throughout. But all in all, I think it makes for a great environment. A really great example of reusing things, like repetition, basically, a design principle. Just curious if there's anything at the very top of this video box underground. I didn't notice that before. This like angel thing at the top. Oh. I could change avatars. Well. Oh wait, so the angel. Oh, there it is. There's like this cool thing at the very top. The fact that there's planks up there makes me think that maybe you're supposed to try to get up there, but it could just be a fool's errand, you know? How they trick you into spending an hour in here. So it looks like you can get PBR textures in here, which okay, I give up. I don't know, these guys, like this style is just so great. I think maybe I might explore using gradients. I don't know. This is how I feel most of the time. Really aggressive, really upset, throwing a tantrum on the inside. These two. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this was again. It's a shame I couldn't like I blew it with the music. I don't know what happened there. Um, Something definitely to add to like pre-flight stream checklist. Make sure the audio is working. Um, Maybe before. Let's see how long have I been on here. I'll go for another 20 minutes. But let's try to visit a different world while we're here. This one. So I visited this one on my phone using a Pixel 2, and while my phone did heat up a little bit, it was kind of fun. Again, I'm stuck with this avatar. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. So we've got these shapes here. Then we've got this cube. And things get real trippy. Try one of these. So if I had to guess, it looks like they made a like a mirror, applied that same material to the outside here. Then on the inside, maybe they played around with whoa. Maybe they played around with the displacement of or not the displacement, the what do you call it? The tiling? Or maybe they added something specifically to the material itself and then created the mirrors. What happens if I take a photo from in here? So one thing I don't like is that you have to reset this every time you go in to a new world. Why? Kind of fun. Like the oh, it didn't really come out like I thought it would. Like the selfie, the why does my photo menu keep showing up? That's kind of annoying. It's like the in the real world how well before COVID there was like that over the past couple of years movement to make these interactive selfie exhibits, for lack of a better term, like And this is the virtual equivalent of that. Let's stick my arm in here. Oh. Curious how far the camera is. I have a feeling it's this red dot right here. This is the only thing that I can't grab. Alright, this is cool. Let's check out another one while we're in here. So it looks like there's an event today, later today. It'd be nice if you could have like a scrolling, not scrolling, but you know, like a carousel. You could have multiple images. Dominoes. I'm gonna try clicking on this hand. Nope, still the same avatar. Perfect. Okay, so I guess the object is to create a really compelling domino thing, but this is just gonna frustrate me. I'm out of here. This one I'm not about at all. I like the concept, it's just not for me. I have that kind of patience. Hmm. So interesting. They've got two screens. So what happens if I share a photo? Okay, it goes to both screens. Got it. If I comment, so there is another feature you can have where not only do you have the comments, but then you have like a top, like a leaderboard, I think, of people who, I'm not exactly entirely sure. There is like an currency system in here. There's like coins. I don't know yet what they do, or if that's used specifically for getting entry into events, but or for tipping creators. But there is a leaderboard that you can show when you create these worlds, and I imagine has something to do with either tipping or interaction. So people who spend a lot of time contributing to the world that they've joined. Okay, let's check out another one. photogrammetry. So again, stuck with this avatar, so let's do it. Okay, so here we have like a photogrammetry scene. Now, obviously, probably because of complexity of this, it's limited to just this. But I mean, it's cool that you can add this in here. Wonder what technique or reality capture. I think reality capture would have given them better results. Maybe it is display.land. Let's go into this one. Very curious what this is. Looks called underground mass. Kind of creepy. Whoa. Okay, we have some some interesting interesting art. Someone here who's praying. Falling. What's going on here? Like someone else who's praying. This might be like photogrammetry as well. Yeah. Whoa, that's scary. Whatever's going on over there. Okay. Strange. I mean, these are beautiful paintings. They're just kind of haunting. I think. The TikTok back there. Oh, so these must be all be from TikTok. That's what they have going on. Screens back. All right. I think I've had my fill of this environment. Oh shit. Okay. One more real quick, and then I will off. By By the way, if you want to show the stream some love, if you could follow on whatever platform you're on. If you're on what is it, Twitch? If you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow. If you're on Patreon, if you're gonna do that, I would appreciate it. I do have some actual like content I'm developing. As I do research, I tend to document it for myself so I can remember, what steps I took, and that's something that I really enjoy sharing with folks. So I'll be posting that mostly on Patreon, and you can get access to that for the lowest tier. So if you want to donate $1, you'll have access to that Google Drive folder. But yeah, I don't know. It just keeps me motivated, and it lets me know that people are interested in the stuff that I'm researching and the workflows I'm looking up. But yeah, that's my plug. Yes. And then also, I guess it does unlock some features. So on YouTube, I think once you have 100 subscribers, you unlock the ability to do like the live chats, I think. And check out this studio here. And I'm sure Twitch gives you some stuff too. I don't really know. So, okay. Sure, I sanitize before I get in here. Can I take a photo of that? The thing about the camera that I wish was easier to do is I wish you could use the thumbstick to move the camera closer to you in Z space. That shot is okay. Camera right in my face. Get back here. I'll set a timer. I'll set it for 5 seconds. Go. Let's look, see what that or not. Oh, someone's in here. So it looks like you can also do like flow bones in here, which is kind of cool. We've got 2 screens. Inventory, photo. But hello. That's a nice avatar. Chairperson Lily. The only thing is that I don't know if there's a way to add friends on this. Like one of the features that's really missing. Oh, cool. And then there's like screens back here. So I guess in this type of space, you could have like your speaker coming out. I guess this would be like the green room. She's holding the camera. Cool. And then you have a view of the audience right there. I have to try to find this person later, Discord or something. You've got the stage. Now, I guess the only thing that would be a little bit distracting is seeing the what do you call it? Seeing all these screens here. So, I get if there was like an odd, if there was someone on the stage right here, and they were giving a presentation, but I don't think it's necessary for the audience to see themselves. Or actually, this makes more sense. Having this camera view here, but I would almost have it with the camera view taking up like almost as much screen space as this. Maybe on a second panel tilted down a little bit. Now, from what I understand, in order to make a space like this, you would have to kind of like re-upload the assets that show up here. It's not dynamic in the sense that you can kind of like swap it out from a web page. I wish that was possible because it would make it a lot easier to update things. So you don't have to kind of push out a new build each time when you want to switch out like a poster on here. But I'm sure it's not high on their priority list to do that. But I think this is a nice design. It makes a lot of sense for how it was set up. Like that, it's floating in the middle of the sky. Nice spawn location. The one thing that this doesn't have, which I think neither does Hubs or AltSpace. Maybe AltSpace has this, I'm not sure. But there's no like snapping of seats like you would have in VR chat. So, I think that's fine. I don't think it's that necessary. But yeah, what happens if I go in? curious if this is what that person did. It just had the camera look at itself, spun it around. Anyway, yeah, so again, I'm gonna keep digging around in this platform. I like it. I honestly, even though there aren't probably, probably many Western speaking folks on here to do things with, I think that's fine. Honestly, I appreciate more so the worlds and seeing how they're built and learning how people are creating things than spending a lot of time with like griefers and trolls and people that sit in front of mirrors all the time in virtual VR chat. From what I've seen, there's a lot more. There's like conversations happening in here, kind of how Hubs is and how Altspace is, where you're going in there more so for the sake of like an event, rather than just idle chatting or whatever, trolling. Again, world. Um, Maybe I'll hop back in it next time, but I'll try to get the audio sorted out beforehand for future streams. And I'm thinking about adding a intro and outro track. Still looking for the right music, but I want to kind of improve the stream a little bit. Also the videos. I'm looking into tracks on Artlist, and there's a lot of good stuff on there. I tried to go the YouTube route, but most of that music is kind of like that generic streamer music, and I don't want to use that. And yeah, I think it might just add a little bit to the videos and to the quality of the stream. And then I have to do like like a proper stream starting preview and an outro. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.